and there's more on the way. I just retired in January. I'm finally getting to my passion, which is civilization. Basically, what is civilization engineering? It is what the founding fathers were doing when they put the U.S. Constitution together. They're trying to decide what are the institutions, what are the territories, who are the players, how do they interact. You know, they're structuring this society, this civilization. They believed that they had harnessed this thing and that the federal government would have these duties and no more. How's that work? The brakes failed a long time ago, and the reason is the structure is not correct. What I got to finally was the one central idea that was the foundation of all the states is to not separate government functions from community functions. And what we've been hearing today doesn't add to that light very much. Everybody uses the word government incorrectly, in my view. What we have now is a monster of a system. It has all the government functions attached at the hip to the people that perform community functions. And what I want in a community is like Spencer McCallum, who taught me years ago, that what you want is a community that's like a hotel. You check into the hotel, you have your room, it's your space, and you do what you want with it, and you use the common areas, the hallways, the elevators, the lobby, and so on, the shops and so on. And all I want from the community managers is just fix the potholes, all right? Don't tell me how to educate my children, don't tell me how to do my retirement, on and on and on. I want total freedom, but you run the hallways, the elevators. I'm fine with that, okay? We don't have that. We have this social engineering, and they're trying to control every aspect of your life. I've just decided to get into this project seriously. I'm really glad I came here today because I find a lot of people who are looking in the right direction, are looking for the right answers, and I think I have a lot of them. I think it was about 100 times today I was just dying to jump up and say, I have the answer for you. I can clarify that issue. Here's what you need. And obviously I didn't, but you can find out what I'm talking about if you go to my website, civilizationengineering.com. Spell out both words, don't put any space in it, just civilizationengineering.com. And you'll find you'll be on your way. The key component is separate community functions from government functions. You'll find all the definitions for all these words in there. The system has to be based on the sovereignty of the individual. If you put any society, community, civilization, whatever you want to call it, if you put it together without the sovereignty of the individual being the primary thing, you are dead. I didn't hear anybody up here today. I'm trying not to be a bastard, but everybody's missing this. They don't get it. You have to have the sovereignty of the individual, and it took me a long time to get to what it means to be sovereign. Sovereignty means if you say no to a proposal, and that's the end of it, there's no repercussions to you. They can't come and force you and coerce you into a program. If they say we have this thing called Social Security, I say I don't want it. No, thank you. And that should be the end of it. And once you get, that's freedom. When everything is voluntary and the individual is sovereign over his own life. All the rest of it sorts out. What does a community look like? What do we agree to here? Everything sorts out if you rest it on that foundation. I could go on for a long time. I'm going to be very brief. Right now, my attention is on finishing up some projects, some writing projects I want to do. I'm going to finish up my money theory stuff. Some of it's up on the website right now. I'm going to finish that up next, and I want to argue for a private enterprise money system a la EC Regal. Anybody know the name Regal? Oh, okay, a couple of people. Regal's the pioneer. He made the breakthrough. He understands what money is, but he doesn't know what a monetary system is. I finished out his work, and that's in civilization engineering. We need money. It's absolutely essential. Like the last speaker, we need energy. You can't build a civilization without it. Those are some of the essential things we need. Right now, just to give you an idea, what I want to do is radical stuff, dangerous stuff. If you try to do it, you'll get in jail. So what's the next step? Well, I think I learned a lesson from Voltaire. Voltaire was in the same position, and he had things he wanted to say, and the authorities weren't going to agree with him. So he decided to write plays, right, and a couple novels. And I think right now, one of the most powerful things we could be doing to get civilization engineering out there, and the idea that the individual is sovereign, would be to set up a court system. And I was reading some stuff about the American Revolution here recently, and they used to, in Boston, where the world really took off, they used to burn these tax collectors and other guys in effigy. Okay, they make a straw man, and it looks like a scarecrow, and they string him up, and they light him up, and they burn. It was burnt in effigy is the term. And what I want to do is I want to put on trials in effigy. We set up a court system that looks like the court system will look like when we get to freedom. We can't arrest anybody. We can charge them, but we can't force them to come in and defend themselves or anything like that. I put all these politicians on trial for treason, for openers. I think it would be a great TV series, and we would explain to the audience how the system works. Everybody has to be at risk. The people who are making the charges, they have to be at risk. If they're wrong, they pay dearly. If there's a jury, I like the juries, I can't go into all the details. The jury's at risk. If they convict the wrong guy, they get into big trouble. And everybody's at risk. You ratchet up the excitement and the risk back here. There's no retired housewife types. These are high professional people at full risk to get the right answer. The right answer is this guy really guilty or not? And they go at full risk. None of this stuff you have right now where they say, well, we just discovered there was a blood test, and we put this guy away for 30 years. Sorry. Nobody's at risk in this system. That's what makes it so dangerous. That's one thing I do. I put trials on and put people on trial in effigy. I would start a money system. You talk about startup society. I'm highly encouraged with all the traction that the cryptocurrencies are getting, and they're not structured correctly. They need to be reworked, but the concept of the blockchain concept is good, and I think that will stay. But it's not a substitute for what you really need to keep the system on track. That's a long discussion about why you need to keep a certain amount of money in the system and no more. That will be coming on my website soon. Here's an idea that I got from Andrew Galambos. Does anybody know Andrew Galambos' name? Same guys that know Regal, it seems like. Andrew taught me a lot, and he's the only guy I've ever heard say this. He said, freedom is a product. It has to be conceived, designed, implemented, and marketed like every other product. I bet you have never heard that before. I show you how to do it, civilization engineering. And all the way, every step of the way, everything is voluntary. Everything, no exceptions. I think when we get to freedom, like all products, when they go into the market, they really get established, the price goes down. And if you know the story, like Henry Ford, he started out, he sells his first cars at $900, and a few years later to $200. That kind of thing. And look what's happened with the price of computing power. Unbelievable. I read where if the automobile manufacturers had enjoyed the same gains in productivity that the computer guys had, a new Rolls Royce would cost you about $75. That's a real gain in productivity. Well, it'll happen with freedom too. It's more expensive at the beginning, but then as it gets locked in, it goes cheaper and cheaper. I submit, I was dying to say this about 100 times a day, I think we can get you to freedom and get the political state off your backs, and you can go start your startup society. I think about $1 a day. Not free, but it's in that neighborhood. Okay, it's $2 a day. Would you give me, if I could produce, would you give me $2 a day to keep all coercion away from you? That means the mafia, the con men, the political state in all its forms, they cannot touch it. They won't dare. Yes. Would you pay to? I'd do it in a heartbeat. Oh, yeah. You're trying to do that by moving offshore or going to some country and negotiating a deal to be left alone. If I could do it right here and now, where you don't have to move, you get the freedom. Nobody will ever mess with you with my system. You'll see how to do that in the overview presentation. That's all. I could go on forever. Go on. You guys are real troopers. I got to say that. And by the way, I meant to say, and I don't think I did. I want to thank Joe and Mark for letting me come up here. And I want to say too that they had never heard me before. I'm just a straight walk on today. Anything I say is not to be accused. They should not be accused of what I say or anything. Okay. But I thank you for your kind attention. I hope that we do some business here. Thank you.